Hi guys, welcome back to ShedCam, and this is my 125cc Chinese quad bike, and at the moment it's not running so great. All this front suspension is not great. So if you look here, after a lot of riding and abuse I've put this thing through, these front brackets here that hold on this hub, you could call it, are all bent. This one especially, you can see here, just see how bent that is. But that's not the big problem. The big problem is these brakes, and this wheel is sitting out compared to the other one. Don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's sitting out. It's rubbing on the brakes. It's rubbing on the brakes there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this wheel off, and I'm gonna have a look at this brake and see what the problem is. Here's the front drum. And you can immediately see what the problem is. If you look there, this back is sitting crooked to this drum here. For some reason, it's sitting out and sitting on an angle there, which is leading it to rub on certain sections, which is bad for drum wear and shoe wear, and it's also not great for performance. I'm just going to go and take this wheel nut off here. I'm just going to pull this drum off. Here are the shoes. Now, if we have a look here, we can see that this, when it's pushed back, sits on an angle to the shaft here, and that's being pushed out by this little tab here. That little tab locks the drum in place so it doesn't just spin around. I really think this is poorly designed because it's just a really thin piece of steel welded onto the side here, and that's supposed to keep this under all that force, which is not really great for that performance sort of side. So what I need to do, I need to remove this drum, and in order to get this to sit level, I need to get this in line with this, which means I'm going to have to take a lot of this off, which is not ideally what I want to do. The other option is I could stack washers on here or spacers on here to try and push this out so that this drum or the shoe backing sits level. As you can see there, I have to come quite a far way out. Now this problem here isn't from a lot of force and stuff that's been under. That's actually just a bad design, which is not great. That might work. Almost fits. So now I'm just going to go with a file and slowly just work the way out of the inside here. Hopefully then I can stack this out and get that sitting right. I've got this file here. I'm just going to start working around the inside here. Ideally this would be a round file, but this is all that I have, so I'm just going to start. There, I'm just going to go test this out, make sure that fits. Right, that should do it. So I'm just going to take my washer. Hopefully now it slides over. Would you look at that perfect fit. Fits right over, really nice and snug. Now I'm just going to go slide this over. Get this all lined up. Now I'm going to get my drum. Look at that, that is absolutely perfect. It's a nice, quick, simple fix that fixes your drum issue. Get much better braking out of this and much better shoe wear now that that's all sitting straight. Hopefully that also fixes my alignment issue. But now, moving on to the next problem, I need to fix these. I'm going to try and see if I can double nut these just on the bottom so that these stay bolted in all the time. And then I'm gonna go and fix up these little shocks because there's a lot of loose sort of wear in them. And then I'm gonna move over to the other side and get that all fixed up there. Okay, so I've got the tie rod off. Now we can just see how warped this thing is. This angle, it's not too bad, but it's definitely something that's going to need fixing. I've gone ahead and I've removed this here, and I've removed this as well. This is the little upper bracket that sat on there. This too is also very, very bent. You can see there just how bent this is. It's taking a lot of stress. This needs a bit more bending, still quite a bit bent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in the vise. Okay, so I've gone and bent these back. That's looking a bit better. It's not as bent now. And this one here, this tab is all bent back. This crack in the weld there, over there, is really not ideal. So if this bends again, I am going to have to take it off and re-weld it, but I don't particularly want to do that right now. So I'm going to leave it like it is. You can see on this here where it was bent real bad, because you can see this is all been wearing from where the wheels have been turning, and then this is very not worn down, so you can kind of see from that circular pattern there that it has been bent pretty substantially. Right, so I've put this all back on, all greased up. That's all working like that. All nice and firm, not too loose, not too tight. Now, I just need to go and put these drums back on, and then I can move back onto the suspension here and tighten that all up so that's not just around there. I think the bushes in there are kind of weird, worn out. But yeah, we'll get to that just now. First I'm going to put the drums back on. Right, so the work for this side is done. Drums spinning nice and freely. This all bent back down like it's supposed to be, all greased up, and all the gaps all fixed up. And on this side, same sort of thing, just got to put the drum back on this side. But now, what I need to do is work on the suspension. Right, that's both sides done. Both sides are all tightened up. So we've done wheel alignment there, spacer. We've done the bending of this, bending of these brackets here. Done the suspension on both sides, and we've lubed the bushes on that side, so that's all running nice. And steering is nice and responsive now. So I'm just going to finish it off, put the other drum on, and then we should be able to do a little test to make sure it's all good. Right, so that's everything done. All the wheels are back on. All the line, wheels are spinning really nice now. Both sides. There's no high spot on either of these two now. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.